There was nudity, there was violence, there was comedy, song and dance.
Fat, there's sugar.
Fat, sugar, alcohol, tap dancing. It was literally what they call the penultimate episode in the trash. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, July 3rd, 2015. This is episode 12.
12, yes.
Friday 5.
Wait a minute. 12?
12?
12?
12, well.
11? Oh, crap.
We filmed episode 11 last week, on schedule, on time, and it really was a great show, except, tell us why, Bart. Tell us why there's no episode 11.
Because stupid internet.
Our internet froze, and 40 minutes of comedy and tech talk gold.
Best show we ever done.
Best show we ever did.
Comedy.
There was nudity, there was violence, there was comedy, song and dance.
Fat, there's sugar.
Fat, sugar, alcohol, tap dancing. It was literally what they call the penultimate episode in the trash. So onward and upward, we're going to move forward. We've got a brand new shiny episode of the Friday 5 today. Episode 12. Our first topic of the day, we're talking about Twitter. Twitter is now rolling out product pages. The product pages are another, what do you call it? Another strategy for people to become accustomed to buy things online via Twitter.
Correct. I think they're following Facebook's and Pinterest. But they should, they need to make money somehow. They're making money on ads at the moment, but they definitely need to make ads. I know this is all about the brand pages right now, right?
Yeah.
So the brands are putting them there. Obviously, they're not charging anybody just yet, but they want to test the market and see what happens. It'll be interesting once they give access to that to people.
So what's neat is you in your feed, they're going to start seeding your feed with relevant products. So, yes. For instance, if you're a fan of this one author, in your feed is going to appear, the cover of his book and a link to the actual product page where you can purchase the product right from that product page. And then in that product page will be relevant tweets about that same product. The next part of it is collections. The collections is where they actually have the brands. The brands can curate a collection. And that would appear – here's the thing that's confusing to me. I think you access collections from the landing page, or do they have to tweet about there's a collection and it will take you to the collections page? Because the collections page, what that basically is, the best example I saw was Target. Target has like a sub-brand Twitter handle called Target Style, and they have one called Swim, Sun, and Ready. And when you go to that, it's basically all tweets just about these swimsuits, and each of the Twitter photos will link to a product page, and then the product page will link to the Target.
Right. Well, they've got to work out the workflow, but I think it's interesting. It was inevitable they're going to do it. I think they took too long.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I think they definitely take too long, but maybe not. Maybe that's just people are starting. Like Pinterest had it for a while. I think they had it for about a year and a half, or something like that. I know, Facebook has been playing with it for a while. They put a company at one point to do the gift stuff. That didn't kind of work out. I'm not sure why, because I actually like that company.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I remember you had sent me something. It made it real simple. Like it was, here's so-and-so's birthday. Why don't you buy him something? And then you had a carousel of suggested products.
Right. Or you could do, what a price range is. But the beauty of that was that the whole workflow thing was fantastic, because it was, I'm paying for it, but I don't know your address. And it goes to you. I bought you a gift. And it could be a surprise thing, but you still have to put your address in.
Right.
And that was kind of a cool workflow. But we'll see. We'll see. Those kind of things are going to keep on happening. E-commerce is becoming more complex, and people are trying to fit it into everything and trying to feed media more than anything else. You know what I mean?
Right. The only thing about these collections is Twitter is just so noisy. I think it's going to be something that someone stumbles upon and does, an impulse buy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really up to the brands and how, and again, this is how, you have a brand that's really good at social media, you'll read all the Gary Vee stuff. It's like if you're really crushing it in social media, you'll have the right kind of combination of pictures and text to really keep someone engaged, because if you look at the collections, it takes you 4 clicks to get that sale. Now, for a company like Target, I'm being gender specific here, but a woman that's looking for swimsuits, she's already in the zone and she's looking for it. But if I'm going and I see, the LeBron sneaker, I'm 4 clicks away from this. Again, if it's something that I'm interested, I'm going to go for it. But
right.
I don't know if someone's going to be top of mind and go, I need to look for that new LeBron sneaker, let me hit Twitter, or I want the new LeBron sneaker, let me hit Google and find out who's selling it.
Right. Right.
So it'll be interesting how I like the implementation. It'll be interesting to see the data on how people are actually using it.
Yeah. See how that works out.
All right. And this week, or maybe it was last week, Square announced they're getting into the payroll game.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Square Payroll, they're going to do $20 a month, $5 per employee. It includes all the time cards, taxes, track both salaried and hourly workers, and that's your all-inclusive price, which I think is pretty good.
I think so too. A lot of companies are playing in this space because the usual payroll companies kind of suck.
Well, I see one of the competitors is QuickBooks. It's a fresh hell every time you open QuickBooks to do anything, so I can't imagine trying to manage payroll with that.
Yeah, and the ADP Paychex is interesting. All these other companies are jumping into it in different ways. Just Works is here in New York. They're a full competitor, but they're for like HR, basically.
Right.
Have benefits, but you have to set up your own accounts. They just kind of as a management platform for all this stuff. This is going to be interesting for smaller companies. Your coffee shops, anyone. Right? Where they already have a Square sort of cash register and they can do it. It's an interesting, Square came out a few years ago and it was just like one of those small things. And now they're hitting all the small companies or the small shops and stuff.
Well, the thing that differentiates Square is everything's based on having a tablet. Once you have that tablet, that's like a big upfront cost for a lot of companies, whether you're buying a cash register or whatever. But if you can manage everything through a tablet, that's a pretty manageable cost for a small business.
Well, it's all tied in, right? So your starting point with a customer from that perspective is the register, right? But once you have that, you email their receipt, you already have their email. So the email goes into marketing, blah, blah, blah. But then you can manage the whole thing, the whole process. And, Square works in, small coffee shops, but also they actually have a version for restaurants where it comes out as a kitchen tickets, basically. So you already have that workflow. So why not add payroll, right?
Sure.
Have all that all one shop.
Sure. So using the Square Payroll, the employees punch in and punch out using the payroll. Is it the same terminal as the cash register, or do they have that?
No, it's the same thing. It's right built in.
That's what I'm saying. But if you've got a bunch of Square tablets up on your counter, say you have, so I go to this place called OK Joe or something like that. They sell the Keurigs. It's a store. All they have is Keurigs, and that's all they have is one tablet with one Square.
Yep.
You're punching in and punching out on that same terminal. What if someone's doing a transaction and Joe's got to come in for a ship?
It doesn't matter, because if you look at any small retailer and stuff like that, that's how you punch out anyway, because they're competing with those kind of companies.
Right.
So if you work at Burger King, McDonald's, they all punch out on the registers because they're so tied into it.
Right.
This is competing in that world too. So, but the price of this stuff is so much better than a big clunky, Everyone is, it's not, the systems are very, very just non-clunky anymore.
So let me ask you, when does something like this begin to not make sense? How does it, when does it scale up and you go, this just isn't working? Is it 50 employees? Is it 25? Is it?
I think it depends on I think if you have a retail store, it makes sense. The biggest thing is more tech driven than actual human driven, because Square is kind of closed off, so you can't tie it into a lot of stuff. So if you have a Square register, I can see Shopify and do the same thing because they do it already. Because if you have an online store, you can get their Shopify POS system, and that's all tied into it.
Right.
So it's a little different for clothing stores when you're selling product online and in store. But for coffee shops, for any one of those kind of restaurants, this is probably one of the best things you can do. It's not the cheapest if you go full scale, but I think it's the easiest to deal with because it's nice, it's clean, it's, all those things.
Yeah, I mean,
and actually, I believe if you have the business account for Square, their price is for credit card transactions, absolutely like cheap. I think
I'm going to ask. So they're doing bundling. So if you've already got a Square register, is there some sort of, do they give you a discount somewhere else, or how does that work?
I think so. I think that's what it is. Because there's multiple versions of it. Because they also have Square Cash, which is for personal a lot of times, but their Square Cash business is, I think, let me see just really quick. But Square Cash is really one of the cleanest interfaces ever to deal with.
Square Cash. I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah. Or Cash Me.
So that is their competitor to the PayPal dongle?
Yeah, this is and it's by tag. So you have a name and tag. You can actually do a lot more stuff with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did not see this.
Yeah, so it goes by, it's basically their hashtag, right? But you can make $sign and a tag.
This isn't what I thought it was. So people can donate via a hashtag?
Yes. Their hashtag.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you can do that with say you're selling art on the street, right?
Yeah, that's really crazy.
The hashtag in, and then people just go, bit done.
Oh, that's really neat. Okay. We'll have to talk about this in a different episode. That's pretty neat.
I know. I'm
I did not know that existed. I thought it was something else because I know that they have the dongle that is similar to the PayPal has the triangle, Square has obviously the little square so if you're out at your craft show and you go and you can swipe credit cards, that's what I thought that was.
No, they have that, but this is the extra thing you can play. Yeah, and it's off the ATM card. It's basically like Venmo, but they've been around for a lot longer. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, moving on. Bart, would you like to talk about your Apple Watch?
Again? We've talked about it.
So if anyone has watched previous episodes, we've seen Bart talk about his, and I really should do a little best of if I get time to edit.
Oh, I don't have the...
Bart will talk about his Withings watch, which is the best watch he's ever owned. And then about 3 episodes ago, he got the Pebble watch, which is the best watch he's ever owned. And then he finally broke down a week and a half ago, or has it been 2 weeks, and bought an Apple Watch. So where are we at now, Mr. Watch?
We're still on the Apple Watch. Apparently I have to stand up. You just told me that. Still like it. I still love my Withings watch because it's gorgeous and I'm a watch guy. I actually like this thing. It's missing some things. It doesn't have the sleep tracking for it. It doesn't make a really good health type of band, if you want to call it that. It's not there yet. I'm hoping with the new upgrade to actually do a lot more stuff with it. That's
interesting. I'd like to hear why the health things fall short for you.
I mean, it tracks it, which is fine. It has the heartbeat thing, which is fine. It's not that accurate. For running, I think the next version of the OS is going to be better for it because right now you still have to take your phone with you. I mean, yes, you can put music on the thing and still connect with it, but it doesn't, your GPS, if you run outside,
so you're still running with all this gear.
Still running with gear.
And if you got a 6 and 6 Plus, and it's,
It's a little weird. I don't like armbands. I actually have looks like a fanny pack, but it's very skinny. And it's very tight, so it goes on the show. You can't really see it, which is great. And I have Bluetooth headphones. So for me, it's fine. I wish it was in the watch completely. The GPS, obviously, there's no GPS antenna in it, I don't think. So we'll see how that works out.
So the GPS is so any GPS data is coming from the phone to your watch.
Right. Pretty much all the data is coming like that. There's nothing really in the watch itself for now.
So you're not getting a totally accurate reading unless you have your phone set up exactly right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And the sleep, there is no sleep tracking, or is there
sleep tracking right now? There's one, it's built in, but it's not released yet. They don't have it out. There's a few things they haven't opened up yet, which is fine. I would like to have that because that's pretty much one of the more important things. Like the running thing, it is what it is. There's
1,000 running apps out there. I mean, that's not rocket science anymore. But I think the sleep tracking is key. Do you think this is a 1.0 problem, or do you think this is just something inherent?
I think that the having the ability to install applications on the watch itself eventually, that's gonna be great.
Right.
We'll see. The biggest thing for me was just the experience of buying this thing. Like, you go online, you register, and then you have to get an appointment with them basically to go there. And then show up, they give you the watch, and there you go, it's done.
So you walk in, you say, "Hi, I'm Bart. I'm here for my 2:00 watch appointment." What happens then? They don't do any sizing or anything because it's just a one-size-fit-all kind of thing?
Yeah, there's two versions of it. There's small and a large, and then the band itself comes with an extra band, so it's small.
So you have the one band that's a standard size, and then the other pass-through band comes in two sizes.
Yeah, this band right here comes in two sizes. So
right. So I don't know what that.
Well, especially on this one, right? Because you can get different bands and stuff like that, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. So if someone who has chicken wrists, they'll use the smaller band.
Which I should switch because this one's pretty long. It works though. I don't mind this one. I sleep with it. It's a little heavy to sleep in, by the way. But what's cool about it is actually I like to have it so I don't wake anybody up. Have an alarm, and the watch has its own alarms, which is great.
Oh, independent of the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, you go to the store and they're like, "Here, do you want us to help you set it up?" No. Okay, scan, out of here. There's no registers and there's no Apple Store doesn't have registers.
So you feel like you're getting away with something.
Well, no, I mean, they do, but they do it on the phone, like in front of me. I mean, bigger purchases.
Yeah, but you're not, that's still a little unsettling for me when you walk in and buy something at the Apple Store. It's like, no, you're done. Fine.
What's even worse when you do it by yourself. When you get the accessory and you like purchase it on the phone by yourself and you leave and you're like,
no one's chasing you.
What just happened? But if you think about it, like, they don't really care about the, $30, $40 accessory. And I mean, like, cares.
So I'm sure they care a little bit.
Well, kind of, not really. Anyway.
All right. So next week, which watch will you be reviewing next week? The LG, or you're gonna stick with this one for a while?
Yeah, this is gonna be on my hand for a bit. I'm still loving my Whitenings though, because it's gorgeous.
It's a handsome watch. I mean, it's definitely for what it does. It's definitely a good looking watch. So it's definitely got a classic look to it.
Yep.
All right, we're going to talk about something called Ease MD. Now, I'm not really up on the whole medicinal pot thing since, we can't get pot here in Pennsylvania anyway.
Not yet. I think you guys are going to be first.
Yeah, I think my glaucoma's acting up. I'm going to have to get a prescription. Anyway, this company, Ease MD, they're basically, and I hate these phrases, but the only way to put it is they're the Uber for pot.
Yeah, everything is Uber of something, but
we are the Uber We are the Uber for tech video shows, I believe.
No, nobody orders this stuff.
So let's talk about this. You go. How do you have to go to a doctor first, or how does this work?
No. The doctor, basically you get a doctor note inside of the app.
But how do you get the doctor note?
Oh, so you do a video with them in an app, and then the doctor sends you electronic. So you just get evaluated by doctor over a video call and receive digital copy of recommendation via email.
So you could just go online and go, "Oh, yeah, my shoulder, man. Oh, doctor, I can't." The doctor go, "Son, you need some weed."
Yep, pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what really happens in California before it became legal.
it just seems a little sketchy. I mean, I understand, and I definitely support the fact that medicinal marijuana is very beneficial for people in pain, but it just seems like every stoner, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to get past, because I grew up in the era where it's like, don't let anybody see you smoke pot, man. And now, you go everywhere and people are just walking down the street like puffing on blunts, and I'm going, where? It's like, it's not a thing. It's not a big deal anymore. Like, what do we live in fucking Amsterdam?
Yeah. I mean, look at all the states. I think Oregon just became legalized fully. I think that's the new one this week.
It's crazy. Actually, Philly just decriminalized, so you can basically go to City Hall and puff on a joint, and the cop will tell you to move along, but he won't arrest you. You might you might get a ticket, but that's about it.
I think one of the funniest stories now is that like the cartels are starting to export from here.
I hadn't heard that.
Weird.
Because now we're growing all the good shit. It's not like it's not coming from Mexico.
It's killing them. I mean, you think about it, like it's grown here. All the money goes.
It's better than anything you can get in the rest of the world.
Right. And it's not like and a lot of it's not, mass produced. It's crafted. You know what I mean? Like
right. It's artisanal, handcrafted, small batch weed.
Right. Small batches. It's like the weird circle of.
And I'm sure some of it's coming from Brooklyn, man.
Hey. I've seen it, dude. I've seen it everywhere. I had a roommate that used to get it delivered. Oh yeah, John, it's a different time for you, sir.
It sure is. Us old hippies, man. We're kind of jealous of the way
now. Well, I mean, one day, my friend, it's going to be Amazon, and it just delivers.
I hope I'm still alive when that happens.
That is true, sir. That is true. You'll be fine if you keep on smoking.
All right, our product of the week. We're gonna talk about a movie.
This is a Johnny boy.
The movie is called Bro Party Massacre 3.
All right. There's 2 before this?
Actually, there isn't 2 before this, but you know what? That aside, this is still a brilliant piece of cinema. Now, the reason that I picked this is not because, obviously by the title, you know what it's going to be. It's a parody of all the cheesy horror films, and the way they even filmed it, they filmed it to look like it was done on VHS, which I think is cool as shit.
And I think they're releasing it on VHS too.
Okay, that makes sense as well. I think they have different tiers that you can purchase. And the reason this is cool is because these guys, the guys that did it, they're a bunch of YouTubers called 5-second films. They have a huge following, and their basic thing is they do these little quick, short 5-second films. And basically through Kickstarter and all their other followings, they funded this movie themselves. And why this is cool is because this is the way filmmaking is going. This is the new generation of filmmaking. It's everything is either crowdsourced, crowdfunded, or funded by yourself. You can put out anything you want without any kind of, you don't have to worry about paying, the usual censorship or paying producers or doing anything like that. You can do whatever you want as long as you can produce it and get it out the door.
Yeah.
This film is part of their. These guys are funny. It's part of their Broterian collection. So
what's in the Broterian collection, John?
The movie itself looks stupid as shit. I mean, it's real campy. It's done. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. It's a knock on bro culture.
Yeah.
But they have a built-in audience for this kind of stuff, and what I applaud is that they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and they're putting out whatever product they want to put out. So for that, we gladly promote Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. Even features cameos by Patton Oswalt, who's a real favorite of mine, and just the fact that he gave his time to be in this movie is kind of that's kind of a nod to them. Also features WK the musician and Larry King. So if it's got Larry King, how bad could it be?
I want to see the gag reel.
Are you there, caller? We got Charles from Chicago calling. Are you there, caller?
What is this? Like, seriously, what? I don't get it.
Are you watching the trailer?
No, I don't. I don't know what to do with this. I mean, what the hell is this, John? Is this like in the like genre of like all the
Brock? This is a safe place. I need you to tell me everything.
I don't know if I can talk about that. It's just so painful. Okay, I'll try.
Okay then. Well, there's that. On that note.
Okay, so the movie debuts July 7th, and you can see it. Now, how can you see Dude Bro Massacre? You can
Buy it.
Download. So it's just a download?
Yeah, you can get full movie and glorious VHS quality, full movie in the VHS movie quality.
The 1999 Broterian level. I love it.
Superfan. Everything from the Broterian collection. Best of.
Oh, this is really cool. You know, I love
$25. Like, you know, it's like, yeah.
Everything from the so the Superfan gets everything from the Broterian collection.
Right.
Best of 5-second film compilation, gag reels, and streamathon highlights. Wow, that's pretty good. So that's money well spent. So go see Dude Bro Party Massacre. We'll link the site in the show notes on July 7th. Go see it. Okay, that should do it for this week's episode. It's July 4th weekend, so everyone stay safe. Don't blow.
Anyway, what are we calling it?
Don't blow your fingers off. Something dude related. I would think.
Yeah, we should. President Obama defends nation on Twitter against New York Times Pea-filled Guacamole. By the way, funniest Twitter meme.
Pea-filled Guacamole. I think that's our title there.
Yeah, I think so too, sir.
All right, let's wrap it up. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Peace.